Joining me now, the founder of the American Truth Project and Daily Ledger contributor, Barry Nussbaum. Barry, Breitbart has a headline out. I haven't seen it, but I heard that Breitbart is now calling President Trump Amnesty Dawn because of this latest proposal we're hearing. Well, I don't know. We don't know if it's accurate, but 1.8 million DACA recipients could be legalized and have a pathway to citizenship. This is not exactly what was advertised about a year and a half ago.
You know, you're hitting the nail on the head there, Graham. Keep in mind what President Obama did with his DREAM Act was completely illegal and done outside of congressional approval. And he just did it anyway. And it was wildly popular because it made everybody on the way to staying forever. They were all illegal. They all broke into America or were born here after someone else broke them into America. And Donald Trump talks about, in his campaign, obviously, nobody that's illegal gets to stay. Well, he's got a congressional riot on his hands right now, and both sides of the aisle say there must be a path out of this that doesn't include rounding up 1 million plus people. So he's doing his best. I really like his speech the other day where he said they're not going to get a quick ticket to a citizenship. It could be 7 years or 10 years. They have to have a job. They have to go to college. They have to pass tests. They have to graduate from high school. In other words, he's trying to re-qualify them after they broke in.
Yeah,
it's a big improvement.
Right. It's an improvement. But the bottom line is they shouldn't be here in the first place, and we need to secure the country, secure the border first. We've been here before, and we don't want to be made fools of again. Now, on the other hand, the speech in Davos, one of the things the president touched upon was Iran and calling upon the international community, freedom-loving international community, to continue to isolate Iran. This is dead on target. It's perfect. What he should be doing, what he should be saying, and I think it could be a predicate to tearing up the Iran nuke deal, possibly.
Well, he's already given the warning, and he made the speech again with Bibi that the nuclear deal as it now stands is toast. The problem is the enforcement of the deal has to do with sanctions, and the EU is thumbing their nose at him. They are all about trade with Iran, right, because it's big money for them, and Trump has a problem. Those people don't care about nuclear weapons in the Iranian Peninsula. Trump seems to be the lone supporter of the rationality coming out of the Prime Minister's office in Israel.
Speaking of nukes, here we have Kim Jong-un, North Korea, saying, of course, they've got to keep stirring the pot, right? So now they're talking about some sort of exercise just before the commencement of the opening ceremony of the Olympics?
Yeah, don't forget, the Il family, the Kim family, has gotten their way ever since the founding of the modern North Korea country by scaring the crap out of everybody in Asia. That's what they do. People are starving. The farmers have their crops routinely grabbed by the army. All the money can go into weaponry. And Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-soon and all the family has done the same thing. Rattle the saber, and then what happens? Well, look what Clinton did. He gave them everything they wanted, and they gave up their nuclear weapons? No, they lied, and they're going to do the same thing again. The first person to call them since the founding of the country on their line to the international community and the UN is President Trump.
The doomsday clock. I'm going to quote Barry Nussbaum on it. All it does is scare the crap out of people, to quote you. I mean, it's absolutely meaningless. But now, I guess it's, 2 minutes to midnight? We're closer to nuclear annihilation?
Since 1953, these goofballs publish this clock and tell you how bad things are and when we're all going to be annihilated by nuclear weapons. I hate to point out the obvious, Graham, but we're all still here. There hasn't been a nuclear war. This is an attempt to frame Donald Trump as a crazy guy. Right. By the way, they did the same thing to Reagan.
Oh, yeah.
And Reagan just laughed it off, and there wasn't a nuclear war during the Reagan administration either.
Yep. That broken half a clock we were looking at, it's right twice a day, I guess. But the bottom line is you're right. Same thing with Reagan. And what happened in the end with Ronald Reagan? He won the Cold War without dropping a bomb, without firing a single shot. Barry, thanks.